Well, ladies and gentlemen, they're at it again. The Oregon Democrats are shoving through the largest tax hike in Oregon history without your vote, without your say. Senator Daniel Bonham will be joining us here in just a little bit to discuss. Let's get into this. How's it going, everybody? Dave Medina here. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It feels so good to be back. It's been a while. I think early July was the last time we posted regularly and had videos out there, but we're getting back to it now. We have a lot of moving parts. I'm so glad to be back. Thank you for sticking with me. And we're just always trying to improve. And you know, I also have clients too. I always have a lot of clients that I deal with. And so things got really busy over the summer for me. So I just thought, hey, let's take a step back. Let's regroup. And now we're here. We're fighting this thing, man. Because we're not just fighting. And if you're not from Oregon, that's okay. You need to learn, because like these liberal policies that you see across the United States, they start them, they test them in blue states like Oregon, Washington, and California. So you want to know what's going on, because this is the kind of stuff they're going to be shoving in your community if you're not from Oregon, if you're not from the Northwest, these liberal blue states. This is what we're dealing with here, you guys. The largest. I mean, we went to war for our independence. Where is it? Right there. We went to war for our independence over taxes, taxation without representation. It's exactly what the Oregon Democrats are doing right now with this transportation bill. And if you're from Oregon, let me just give you a little backstory. If you're from Oregon, you understand that our roads are horrendous. It takes them like way long to do. It takes them longer than usual to complete projects. There's potholes everywhere. Our roads and transportations are a mess. I-5 should have been widened in several areas a long time ago. Traffic is backed up everywhere. It's a disaster. I live in an area outside of Portland where this road over here has been under construction for literally like 3 to 4 years. Something that when you go to Vegas or you go to Arizona, you see roads under construction. They're done like that. But for some reason in Oregon, our ODOT, our Democrat-led ODOT, with all of its climate change, with all of its DEI policies, have failed us, have mismanaged the funds given to them, and now they're wanting even more. I really want to break this down. There's a lot of good information here, because you need to know exactly why they're asking for more money. It's not just to keep the jobs. It's not, I mean, the Republicans in the Senate and the House are both arguing, hey, we've offered solutions. We've offered solutions that you guys haven't accepted. It's solutions that wouldn't tax Oregonians to hell and back, and solutions that would actually solve the problem, solutions that would actually keep the jobs. But nope, the Democrats of Oregon don't want to do it, because they want to fund all of their slush funds and all of their special interests and their nonprofits and their DEI groups and all the organizations that benefit from these kind of bills. I mean, just look at right here. Oregon Senate Republicans, or Oregon Senate GOP on X. This is the single largest transportation hike in Oregon history. $5.8 billion in Oregonians are overwhelmingly opposed to it in the public hearing yesterday. The public hearing, 94% opposed this. 6% was for it in the public hearing that they had in Salem. And you know what the Democrats did? We're going to push it through committee anyway, which is what they did. And it went for a vote on the House yesterday, and it was passed with the help of one Republican. One Republican tipped the scales. Cyrus Javadi out of Tillamook, representative out of Tillamook. He went on the Lars Larson's show today. It was just I literally could not, but I was hoping for a good argument. I didn't get that listening to his interview with Lars Larson. He literally was agreeing with Lars on all of Lars's points that he was bringing up. Agreeing with him on everything. But then why did you pass it? Oh, it was a disaster. But look at this. This was the support yesterday, or the other day, last week. $5.8 billion tax hike. 2.7% support, 95.9% opposed it, and the Democrats don't care, because they don't care about the will of the people. They care about their own little politics and everything going on. This is the guy that voted, Cyrus Javadi, District 32, Tillamook. I'd be calling him right now. If you live in Oregon, I'd be calling him right now, because not only did he pass this in the House, and it's going to the Senate, which we're going to bring on Senator Daniel Bonham here in just a second to talk about that, the next steps. There's a little drama going on there. They might not vote on it tomorrow. Democrat is going to call out sick, and they're hoping a Republican will fill that to vote to push it through the Senate. But this is the guy, and he's also working, this Republican, who didn't give a good answer to Lars Larson on the show today. He's also fighting to ban law enforcement from wearing masks. Well, yes, that includes like, ICE and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if they have jurisdiction over ICE. I don't think they do. But banning law enforcement from wearing masks. Law enforcement. He's working with Democrats to pass that bill to put our law enforcement more at risk, especially Portland PD. I mean, what is going on with this guy? I don't know if you can see this, but this is pretty much sums it up pretty well. And then we're going to go to Daniel Bonham here in just a second. Jeremy Linder on Facebook said, the Oregon House just passed another tax increase on working families, raising gas taxes 6 cents per gallon and doubling the payroll tax, while claiming they're broke and need to lay off 500 ODOT workers. Passed by one vote. We already talked about it. Cyrus Davati from Tillamook across the aisle to rescue the Democrats and give people more money that mismanaged the money in the first place. What? Here's what most people don't realize. $62 billion goes to human services, much of it for the bureaucratic overhead, not direct aid to people who actually need help. $23 billion for education, yet Oregon still is failing our kids. You guys who have followed me, I've gone into that. Our kids have some of the worst test scores in the nation, even after $6 billion in COVID relief funds, federal funds. $19 billion for administration and bureaucracy. That's 14% of the entire budget just for government employees pushing paper around. Meanwhile, only $7 billion actually goes to roads and transportation. So they've got $137 billion to spend, but they can't find $290 million to keep ODOT workers employed. I mean, guys, this was the governor who called the special session after it was rejected the first time. And this is Governor Kotek right here that's pushing it through. They're taxing us. Oh my gosh, things are going to get so expensive in Oregon, guys. You need to be paying attention. You need to be paying attention. And I want to bring on Senator Daniel Bonham, who's joining us right now to discuss this further. Senator Bonham, thanks for joining me. You've been on the forefront of this. You and the Senate Republicans have been really good at getting the information to all of us here on the ground here in Oregon. I really appreciate your guys' effort on that and being clear with your communication and also pushing back against this egregious tax hike, the worst in Oregon history, the highest in Oregon history. So we just went through with our audience about, kind of like everything that's been going on. We had that Republican Javadi cross the aisle and vote with Democrats, I believe yesterday, and passed it in the House. And now there's some drama or some uncertainty happening right now in the Senate. Like one of the Democrats is going to be sick and they're relying on a Republican. Please tell me there's no Republicans in the Senate that are going to pull a Javadi. We're going to call it a Javadi, not a Judas anymore. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm not aware of a single Republican vote in the Senate for this. We've been locked down this whole time. And the key to that, honestly, David, though, is the approach.
Yeah.
I mean, the governor has told us we're doing this. And we've said, is there any consideration for the cost drivers? Your project to labor agreements cost consumers about 20% more in the cost of project delivery. And she said, yeah, we're not going to touch that. Like, it was systematically and very precisely dismantled by Daimler, by Pape. They said, you just can't do it. Like, the amount of time and energy it took them to build one charging station, you have to replicate that 55 times. You got to have the grid capacity on the electrical system. So you can't do it. Can you at least give up on some of these things that are just untenable, that drive costs, that are aspirational at best? And she's just told us, no, I've got the votes. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And so then to come back today, and this is a serious health crisis. I want to be clear. This Democrat colleague of mine, he's not announced. He's going to probably be going to the press here shortly to express what's going on in his life. And I would rather him just speak for himself. But it's serious. Like, humanity has to take a position at the forefront at some point over politics and policy. And if he needs a little bit of time to recuperate, to come to the Capitol to vote, we should give him that time. We should create space for him to be healthy enough to come, and not just say wheel him in and force him to take this vote when the doctors are telling him it's better for him to stay out. So let's leave space for that, and we will. And at the same time, the governor had the audacity to start calling my members saying, can't you just give me a courtesy yes? Can't you just vote for this?
Yeah.
With no consideration of anything we've asked for.
Yeah.
Like, this has been a purely partisan, Governor Kotek driven solution. She's threatened people with their job. That's not real. She had said, I think originally August 1st, you're going to lose your job. And then she came back and said, well, let's postpone it till September 15th. I'm sure now that we're probably not going to meet till after September 15th, she'll find a way to extend the deadline. It was never real. It was all political theater. And again, the worst part is these folks need their jobs.
Hmm.
They deserve their jobs. You and I want them to have their jobs. These are the people that are keeping our roads maintained. There's nobody that doesn't want these ODOT workers
Yeah.
to stay employed, these frontline operations and maintenance people. And so it's offensive the way she's treated this entire process.
Yeah, and it's not like it's their fault either, the workers, for the mismanagement and the people that have mismanaged the funds. And let me ask you this. And what I love about being a Republican is that we actually display compassion, actually display love and class. And I love that even though you're going to have some Republicans are going to go, is there anything you guys can do if you didn't want to give this guy a grace period? If you didn't want to give this colleague of yours, Democrat colleague of yours, is there anything you guys can do to force a vote on the floor tomorrow, or is that out of your hands?
No, if we can call the question and we'll get voted down. Just as you saw when I tried to introduce Senate Bill 1221, which was a non-revenue raising bill, just to even introduce it, they said no. They do control the process. They have the votes, and we've asked that question. Like, are you sure you don't want to just have the vote and lose? And they said no. Like, we're going to postpone it. And if we did force that vote and lose, I'll be honest, David, the governor's just going to call us in again. Like,
Yeah.
this won't stop until they get this process through, which is some sort of tax increase. You mentioned that it was the largest, and I want to give a shout out to our Republican colleagues in the House. So the governor had called back in July 21st, and she said it's either going to be July 29th or August 29th. Which date works best for you? And I said, well, one, July 29th is a week away. What are we voting on? What are you even proposing? There's no way we can make July 29th happen. And August 29th is the Friday before Labor Day. Like, why that date? And her answer was specific. That's the day I can get 36 House Democrats to the floor. And Christine was on that same call, Leader Drazen in the House. And she said, so you're telling me that you have 36 and 18, and all you need from us is 4 and 2 to provide the quorum? And she said, yes. It was reported in the Capitol Chronicle. Dick Hughes reported it July 24th that was the exact conversation, that both of us heard the same thing. That's what we committed to, was to making sure that we gave the 2 and the 4 members to provide quorum. And the governor came back on Friday when Christine showed up with 4 and said, where are all your other members? So what do you mean, where are all the other, like, you said you had 36, you
Mhm.
needed 4, we're here with our 4. And she quite frankly called us liars. She said that we would
Wow.
bait and switched her. And the nice thing is, it's in the paper what our commitment was as of July 24th, based on the July 21st conversation. And so she's been dishonest throughout this process. She's been unwilling to compromise throughout this process. The bully tactics, the scare tactics, all of it's just been super bad form. So, I'm proud of the position our Senate Republicans have taken, that we're just a no on this tax. It's what the people are asking us to do.
Yeah.
I wish there was a mechanism to kill it. Like, I really do wish that there
Yeah.
was a way that we could absolutely kill it. But I think the best chance we have is to just refer it back to the ballot.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and she plays these bully tactics and these politics, yet they accuse Republicans of playing politics all the time, and it's like, I think you guys are asking the right questions. I mean, you have ODOT's costs overruns on mega projects, the I-5 corridor, Rose Quarter project, the Abernathy Bridge, the Newburgh Dundee bypass, Salem Center Street Bridge. Everybody knows that those areas are a traffic disaster, anyways. And the fact that these are over budget, and that I was here on the Lars Larson show today. He interviewed Representative Javadi, and I was waiting for Representative Javadi to give a good answer to why he voted with the Democrats. And Senator Bonham, I'm telling you right now, I was shocked. I was shocked. I was texting with a representative in the House earlier, and I was like, I did not hear one good argument to vote with the Democrats from Javadi. In fact, he was agreeing with Lars on all of the the hard questions that Lars was presenting to him. He was agreeing with him. So in the end, I'm like, why did he vote for this? So you're saying no, the vote's going to be delayed tomorrow, most likely, right? Is that true?
Yep. Yep.
You know, and I've talked to a lot of Oregonians about this, man. People are scared. I have people moving out because of this. I've talked to people that are like, we're done. This is it. Like, we already pay. I have a business owner I talked to, and he said that, you know, my taxes are already crazy. You know, this is gonna scare a lot of people away. So give me a silver lining, as I let you go here. Give me a silver lining.
Yeah.
Is this inevitably going to pass the Senate and then and eventually going to go in without any Oregonian say? In fact, 95% opposed it, and this wasn't voted on. This gigantic tax bill. What's the silver lining here? Do we just go all in for 2026 on electing a Republican governor?
The silver lining is exactly that. That this gives us something to put on the ballot to clearly juxtapose the Democrat approach versus the Republican approach. So you've got Tina Kotek, who has to have a tax. Uh, I accidentally called her Tina Kotax the other day, but I think that's very appropriate. Tina
Pretty,
Kotax.
pretty good.
But she can only manage, you know, through one lens, and that is I need more money. I need more capacity. And the only way I have that is more revenue. So I need more tax. I need more fees. I need more of your money to do the work I promised you I would do. And quite frankly, the Republicans in this case had a very specific plan. And I want to be clear, this plan came from ODOT.
Yeah.
ODOT told us what they were doing that wasn't core function. And so we built a plan around the
Mm.
things that they've been asked to do over the years that isn't building roads and bridges and maintaining roads and bridges. Like we said, okay, all this other stuff has to be secondary. You know, when
Climate
you've
change
got your
stuff, right?
budget at
DEI
home,
stuff. Is that what you're talking about? All the extra fluff.
yeah, the DEI program, the ped bike stuff,
Yeah.
the transit stuff that's been expanded. We've always had transit in rural communities.
Mhm.
We have not always had a payroll tax to pay for it. And so this ultimately, when they pass this, there are a few of us in the legislature that are absolutely committed to making sure it's on that November 26th ballot. And I will promise you this, Democrats are going to try to play games to make sure that doesn't happen. Tina
Yeah.
Kotek's going to hold the bill for 30 days and shorten our timeline to get the signatures we need from 90 to 60. They're going to try and in this short session, I guarantee they try and give it a different ballot name. They're going to try and put it on a special election. They don't want you to vote on this tax at the same time you're voting for them. So that will be their plan. It's predictable.
Yeah.
Just like I know their campaign against our gubernatorial candidate will be that that person's a MAGA extremist that wants to take away your right to an abortion. Like their playbook is tired. And yet, this will be the moment for Oregonians to truly cast their vote and say, I don't fear any of that that you're trying to make me afraid of. I know that the state needs to be run more effectively, more efficiently. I expect the services, but I want them delivered in an affordable way. And Republicans have a plan to do that, and that's going to be the choice. So
Yeah.
Republicans will put forward a good candidate. We will put forward a good message. We will put forward an alternative, and it will
You?
be vote for the Republican and against the tax, or vote for the Democrat and for the tax.
Will it be you?
It won't be me.
All right. Well, hey, maybe in the future. I've been asking you, hey, man, you might want to think about it because, you know, I think your message resonates with a lot of Republicans and it resonates with a lot of Oregonians. But, you know, either way, whoever we choose, we have to come together, man. Thank you for your time, Senator Bonham, and you know, keep up the good fight, man, and let me know if there's anything I can do for you guys.
David, the thing that you and I share in common is a love for the state. And so I look forward to whoever it's going to be rallying around them and lifting them up. And thank you for the time today. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Daniel Bonham, go give him a follow. Go see what they're doing. Oregon Senate Republicans on X across and also Instagram. Go learn about Daniel Bonham, the Senate Minority Leader. They're doing a great job. I mean, they really are. They're really doing a great job getting the information out to us and being clear and fighting this fight. Can you imagine if we didn't have any Republicans in the state, how crazy these Democrats would be going with all this stuff, with all these taxes and all these, man, it's a mess, man. But hey, man, like he said, we have 2026. I mean, this is the year. I truly believe that 2026, something good can happen if we all come together. If we all come together and Republicans vote. And I will be doing my part, starting with the Duck game. I'll be at the Oregon game this Saturday versus Oklahoma State. And I'll be interviewing people and also asking if they're, asking people if they're registered to vote. And we're going to get people registered, man. We're going to get the people that usually don't vote to vote because we need them too, man. So like and subscribe to the channel. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope that was educational enough for you. Hope that you got something out of it. And just hold the faith. Don't lose your mind. They're trying to tax us to hell and back. the Democrats, because of their failures. And we gotta keep our heads, man. We gotta keep our heads and support our people. Like I said, like and subscribe. It's good to be back. We'll see you on the next one.